Alright, diving straight into how to keep your calm. Let's understand one thing clearly. In life, disrespect is like rain. It's inevitable, but it doesn't have to ruin your parade. Stoicism, an age-old philosophy, hands us a timeless piece of wisdom. It's not the events themselves that disturb us, but our reaction to them. When someone disrespects you, it feels like a personal attack, right? But here's a twist. It's actually not about you. It's about them, their issues, their perceptions. Consider this. Your value doesn't decrease based on someone's inability to see your worth. So, when faced with disrespect, instead of boiling up inside, take a step back. Think of it as a test of your emotional strength. Can you keep your cool? This doesn't mean you're passive or weak, it means you're in control. You're choosing not to let external events dictate your inner peace. Now, this is easier said than done, right? But practice makes perfect. Start small. Next time you encounter a rude remark, pause, breathe. Detach yourself from the emotion of the moment. Remind yourself, their words are a reflection of their reality, not yours. By maintaining your calm, you're not just avoiding unnecessary stress. You're also setting the stage for more thoughtful and effective responses. You're keeping your power. And remember, the calmest mind holds the greatest power. So, embrace the pause, understand the true source of disrespect, and keep your calm. This approach doesn't just change how you handle disrespect, it changes how you experience life. When someone disrespects you, it's like a mirror reflecting not just them, but also you. It's a moment ripe for self-reflection, a core concept of Stoicism. Reflecting on yourself doesn't mean drowning in self-doubt. It's about honest introspection. Ask yourself, is there a kernel of truth in their words? Did I inadvertently contribute to this situation? How can my response reflect my values and integrity? This isn't about taking blame. It's about taking charge of your growth. You see, every interaction is an opportunity to learn and improve. By asking these questions, you turn a potentially negative experience into a powerful catalyst for personal development. It's about looking inward, understanding your role in the interaction, and deciding how you can respond in alignment with the person you strive to be. It shifts the focus from being a victim of disrespect to being a student of life. And remember, self-reflection isn't self-criticism. It's about understanding and evolving. By practicing this, you not only handle disrespect more effectively, but also grow into a more thoughtful, resilient person. So next time you face disrespect, take a moment, look within, and reflect. It's your journey, your learning, your growth. Keep moving forward, growing stronger and wiser with each step. In the heat of a disrespectful moment, our first impulse is often to react. But here's a game-changing strategy. Learn to pause. This isn't about silence, it's about power. The power to choose your response rather than letting your instincts take the wheel. When you pause, you shift from reacting to responding. This is where your real control lies. Pausing gives you a moment to breathe, think, and regain composure. It's like hitting the pause button on a movie. Everything stops, and you get that invaluable moment to think, how can I handle this wisely? This break is your secret weapon. It allows you to collect your thoughts, consider the consequences, and choose a response that aligns with who you are and who you want to be. This simple act of pausing is profoundly powerful. It transforms potential regrets into thoughtful actions. It's not just about avoiding immediate conflict. It's about respecting yourself and managing situations in a way that reflects your true character. So, next time you're faced with disrespect, remember the power of the pause. Take that brief moment, reflect, then proceed with wisdom and grace. It's a small step that leads to a giant leap in personal growth and effective communication. And that's what true strength is all about. Empathy is not just a feel-good buzzword. It's a strategic tool in handling disrespect. It's about stepping into the other person's shoes, even if they're a size too small or too large. When someone disrespects you, They're often coming from a place of their own issues, insecurities, or misunderstandings. Understanding this isn't about excusing their behavior, it's about comprehending the context. Having empathy allows you to see beyond the surface of rude remarks or actions. Ask yourself, what's going on in their world? Why might they be acting this way? This isn't just about them. It's about equipping yourself with the insight to respond not just to the words, but to the person behind them. When you understand the why, your response is more measured, more impactful. By practicing empathy, you're not weakening your stance. You're strengthening your approach to conflict resolution. You transform from being reactive to proactive. You're not just responding to disrespect. You're navigating through it with a deeper understanding and a clearer head. And in doing so, you not only resolve the immediate situation more effectively, but you also build your own character and integrity. Empathy is your secret ingredient for turning tense interactions into opportunities for connection and understanding. Concentrating on virtue is like setting your internal compass to true north. It's about aligning your actions with the core qualities of wisdom, courage, justice, and moderation. When someone disrespects you, it's easy to react in kind. But here's where virtue comes into play. It's about asking yourself, what's the high road here? How can my response reflect the best version of myself? Focusing on virtue means you're not swayed by the heat of the moment. You're guided by the deeper values that define who you are and who you aspire to be. This isn't about being saintly or perfect. It's about striving for excellence in your behavior, especially when it's challenging. It's about being rational and consistent, not erratic or impulsive. By concentrating on virtue, you transform disrespect into an opportunity to demonstrate your character. You don't just react, you respond in a way that's in harmony with your principles. This approach not only resolves the immediate situation more positively, but also contributes to your personal growth. Each time you choose virtue over vengeance or pettiness, you strengthen your character and influence those around you positively. Virtue is your guiding star, leading you to respond to life's challenges with dignity and integrity. Embracing acceptance is a powerful stance in the face of disrespect. It's about recognizing that some things, like others' behaviors and words, are beyond your control. Instead of fighting against the tide or letting frustration take over, you accept it. This doesn't mean you agree or approve of the disrespect, but rather you acknowledge its existence without letting it disturb your inner peace. Think of acceptance as a shield. It protects you from the negative impacts of disrespect. By accepting that you can't control everything, you free yourself from the burden of unnecessary anger and resentment. You focus instead on what you can influence: your thoughts, your actions, your responses. This acceptance is liberating. It allows you to move forward without getting bogged down by every negative interaction. You learn, you grow, and you keep your peace. And in doing so, you set a powerful example for those around you. Remember, acceptance is not passive, it's a choice. It's about choosing not to let external events dictate your happiness and state of mind. By embracing acceptance, you navigate life's ups and downs with grace and resilience. You don't just survive the waves of disrespect, you ride them with a sense of calm and confidence. That's the power of acceptance. It turns life's challenges into stepping stones for growth. Using humor is like adding a spoonful of sugar to medicine. It makes dealing with disrespect a bit more palatable. When someone throws negative vibes your way, a lighthearted, witty comeback or a humorous perspective can diffuse the tension. It's not about making jokes at the expense of seriousness. It's about shifting the energy from hostile to humorous. Think about it. Laughter is a universal language. It can turn walls into bridges and soften the hardest hearts. When you respond with humor, you're not trivializing the disrespect. You're rising above it. You're showing that it's not getting under your skin, but rather sliding off like water on wax. And often this unexpected response can catch the other person off guard. and even reflect back on the absurdity of the situation. But here's the key: timing and tact. Not all situations warrant humor, and not all humor is created equal. It's about reading the room and knowing when a touch of lightness can turn the tide. Use humor wisely, and you'll not only ease the tension, but also open up a pathway to a more positive interaction. Remember, a good laugh at the right moment can be a powerful tool in your arsenal against disrespect. It shows that while you take respect seriously, you don't take yourself too seriously, making you all the more relatable and resilient. Setting clear boundaries is crucial in maintaining respect. It's like drawing a line in the sand. It shows others where they can and cannot tread. When you set boundaries, you're not being difficult. You're being direct about what you will and won't tolerate. This clarity is powerful. It communicates your self-respect and your expectations for respect from others. Think of boundaries as a personal code of conduct. They are the rules that define how others can treat you and how you respond when those rules are broken. Whether it's cutting off a conversation that's becoming disrespectful or walking away from a situation that's harmful, setting boundaries is about protecting your peace and dignity. But remember, setting boundaries is not just about saying no, it's about saying yes to a healthier, more respectful interaction. It's about teaching others how to treat you by showing them what's acceptable and what's not. And when you do this consistently, people learn, they understand where you stand, and they often adjust their behavior accordingly. So, embrace the power of setting clear boundaries. It's not about building walls, it's about defining your space. And within this space, you allow respect, growth, and positivity to flourish. Your boundaries are your strength, and they pave the way for mutually respectful and fulfilling relationships. That's the real power of clarity and conviction. Choosing forgiveness is like setting down a heavy bag you've been carrying. It's not about letting someone off the hook. It's about not allowing their actions to hold power over you. When you forgive, you take back control. You decide that their words or actions won't define your mood or outlook. This is crucial, because holding on to resentment is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to suffer. It hurts you more than anyone else. Now, forgiveness isn't about forgetting or pretending it didn't hurt. It's about consciously deciding to let go of the bitterness while learning from the experience. It's a commitment to move forward for your own peace of mind. It's understanding that everyone makes mistakes, and while you don't condone the disrespect, you choose not to let it consume you. And remember, forgiveness is a gift you give yourself. It's an act of self-care that liberates you from negative emotions. It allows you to remain in control and not be dragged down by others' actions. When you choose forgiveness, you choose serenity, clarity, and freedom. So, next time you face disrespect, consider forgiveness as your path forward. It's the road less traveled, but it's the one that leads to true peace and personal power. That's the power of choice, the power of forgiveness. Changing your perspective is like switching the lens through which you view the world. When faced with disrespect, instead of seeing it as a personal attack, consider it a chance to grow and learn. It's about understanding that in the grand scheme of life, these moments are small blips on your journey. They don't define you or your worth unless you let them. Think about it. The same situation can be viewed in many ways. If someone disrespects you, you can see it as a reflection of their character, not yours. You can view it as an opportunity to practice patience, grace, or maybe even humor. By shifting your perspective, you're not changing the facts, but you're changing how they affect you. You're choosing to see things in a way that empowers you rather than victimizes you. This shift doesn't happen overnight, but with practice, it becomes second nature. Start by catching yourself when you feel offended or upset. Ask, is there another way to look at this? By doing so, you're not only easing your current distress, but also building a more resilient and positive outlook for the future. Changing your perspective is a powerful strategy. It allows you to navigate life's ups and downs with a sense of peace and empowerment. That's the true power of perspective. it changes everything, starting from within. Remember that facing disrespect isn't just about enduring negative experiences. It's about transforming them into opportunities for personal growth and wisdom. Each of the strategies we've discussed, from keeping your calm to changing your perspective, is a tool in your arsenal. They're not just ways to cope with disrespect, they're ways to rise above it, to turn it into something that enhances rather than diminishes your life. The journey doesn't end here. Every day offers new challenges and opportunities to apply these principles. Keep practicing, keep reflecting, and keep growing. You have the strength and the wisdom to handle whatever comes your way with grace and resilience. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the Stoic strategies for dealing with disrespect. Your time, attention, and willingness to grow are deeply appreciated. Remember, it's not just about the challenges you face, it's about how you choose to respond to them. With these strategies in hand, you're well equipped to handle disrespect with dignity, wisdom, and a touch of grace. Here's to living a life of virtue, resilience, and peace. Keep shining, keep growing, and remember, the best is yet to come.